Hi there guys, this is Joe, and today I'm going to teach you how to do this sketchy painting style I have been doing for a while. It's based on Akihiko Yoshida's artwork for like Final Fantasy 12 and Bravely Default and Oh Great Battle, and you probably know him. If you don't, Google him, he's great. So I draw a lot from that style, and today I'm going to show you my how-to. Let's start with the sketch. The sketch, something very rough, with a thick pencil stroke. It's really simple and fluid, not worrying too much about it, and I really like fluttering hair, as you guys know. Then after I finish sketching, I'm going to change the color of the sketch layer to purple, because it's a light color. After sketching, I'm going to do the actual line art on top of the light purple sketch. You probably know how to do line art, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. You can notice on the hair that I like to do this kind of Art Nouveau thing of drawing locks together. This is really not the topic of today's tutorial, but it's something I really like to do. So I think it's drawn from shoujo manga too. Anyway, and those petals, I'm not going to use them in the end. I'm sorry, but I like petals. You're going to notice that the next thing I'm going to do is to draw a thick line art outside of the drawing. Why do I draw this thick outline? It's because it helps me separate the coloring from the background. So after I select the thick outline, I can just select it and do an opacity mask. You can notice that I draw some new things on this layer as well, like the arms. I have extended them a little bit, and I have drawn some new locks of hair. It allows me to control the silhouette of the drawing. After that, I'm going to do some strokes. This adds a lot of texture to the drawing, so I really like to do it. It's something new to me, but it's really interesting. It reminds me of what Akihiko Yoshida has done on Final Fantasy Tactics, and that's where I got it from. It adds a lot of texture on the layers. But it's going to be barely noticeable. When I paint over it, the painting will actually be stronger than the cross-hatching itself. La 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 la. Lots of awkward silences. I don't know how to do this whole recording thing. I'm going to write a tutorial too, but I'm trying. Yeah, so you can see something like really simple. Now I am closing the outline so I can select it. See, I have filled the color in the background. I'm selecting, and then I am making an opacity mask. After the opacity mask, I'm setting the lines and the cross-hatching in overlay mode because it allows the color to seep through and not be blocked by the lines themselves. Now I'm drawing the masks, different masks for each part of the painting, like for the hair and for the clothes and for everything, so I can keep the colors separated from each other. It really helps later on. Although you don't need to do this, you could just paint it all on one layer. It's more organic that way. Okay, now that that's done, I'm painting it like I would paint any normal thing. So the secret here is that I've used the cross-hatching and the lines in overlay mode. And now I'm using the brush tool from Paint Tools I. I'm gonna put my brush settings on the video description, but they're really simple. And I'm painting it kind of like an oil painting, so it meshes with the cross-hatching to create a really interesting texture. And I'm not afraid to use different shades of color on the painting itself to give that aspect of oil painting. Really, I think it gives a certain richness to the painting. You can see I'm adding some greens as well on her cheek, and on the hair I'm going to add some colors as well, It makes the colors themselves pop. I really don't know much what else to comment on here, but if you guys got any questions, feel free to ask them on the description. Well, so while I'm painting here in the video, let's get back to the steps. The first step is making a sketch. The second step is cleaning the sketch with the liner, the clean liner. The third step is doing the cross hatching. And then I do a thick outline layer to make a very distinct silhouette. Using this thick line art layer, I'm going to select the background and erase it on an opacity mask, which allows me to paint freely underneath it with no worries. And then I paint underneath the overlay modes, the overlay lines. Instead of using normal opacity, I use the overlay mode because it blends the colors and makes them richer. So it's really what makes my paintings feel more organic, I think. Some artists color the lines directly, but I don't like doing that. I like specifically using the lines on overlay mode. The funny thing about overlay mode is that if you use white underneath the overlay lines, they will be invisible. They are stronger the darker the color is. So if you use a light color, the lines would be really light too. Differently from normal layers, which are thick no matter what, which are strong no matter what, because they're opaque. So that's basically it. Now you can see the results. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down there. I'll try to help the best way possible. Until the next tutorial, bye-bye.